Hi everyone. I just noticed a little check in on the audio there on the prompt that came up, the notifications. So wow, look at that cool light in the background. It's at my time evening where I am. So I've got all my lights on, otherwise it'd be super dark. And I just wanted to do another unboxing of my Young Living essential oils order so that you guys can see what I got in my order. And I love unboxing my order. It's kind of fun, and I get to get that rediscovery of what I actually did order, and also open them. There's nothing like cracking an essential oil jar open like an actual oil bottle. Alrighty, so I've got my packing slip, and as always, I always rave on about the eco-friendly packaging. And what have we got here first? First things first. Oh my goodness, mouthwash. This has actually been out of stock for a while, and they have been doing back orders on some of the things. I think I just was like, I just can't not have. I think I'd not had my mouthwash for what felt like maybe 6 months. And I was like, really like, what am I going to do now? Like, I have no idea what other mouthwashes that are as good as this one. Like, it's actually just one of those ones that is like, once you found such a good product, well, you don't want to try anything else sometimes. And sometimes there's nothing else like it that just doesn't actually, do what this does. So I'm so glad that it's back in stock again. So the next thing that I got, I only got a few items this month, but they still equated up to a lot. The first essential oil I wanted to get because I'd run out of was Harmony. So I'm super excited to get Harmony back. I'm going to crack it open now. Let's see if I can. You can't hear it. Wow. I love Harmony. Let me see if I can get you some info on Harmony as well. I'm so glad to have Harmony back in my oil collection. The next one is White Angelica. I haven't had White Angelica for ages in my collection. I'm going to crack that open now too. Oh, feels so good. So good. White Angelica is such a beautiful oil. I'm going to see if I can get some info on that for you as well. The next oil which I purchased was the Blue Relief. It's a brand new oil. So this is really cool because I had Aroma Seeds and Wintergreen and Panaway, which are all very much these kind of relief type of oils. And they all have blue labels, which I'm guessing is because there's something to do with the cooling of blue, like with regards to helichrysum and what else was in Panaway. Probably got my empty Panaway sitting over there. Let me see if I've got it here. Oh no, that's wintergreen. See a blue label. Let's see what else. Don't have Panaway. My empty Panaway is not sitting there. Anyways, I'll give you some info about this one too. I can't wait to try it. It's a brand new oil. Oh, and look, it's blue. Wow. Wow, that's so cool. I don't remember any of those other oils being so blue. Look at that. Wow. It's got a kind of hint of Valor. It must have a similar, there's something about it. It smells even like Ningxia Red, the supplement. Wow, it's like a sporty oil for if you want any kind of relaxation after you've gone your hardest. If you're a trainer or anything like that. Now I don't know where to put this because I have no kind of discomforts at the moment that I want to apply this to, but I just wanted to show you guys the blue oil because it's really cool. It smells like something else, but I can't pin my finger on it. Definitely wintergreen I can smell in there. So it's in the blend. Let me tell you what's in it. I'm going to take the label up. So underneath the labels is where the ingredients are, or you can just go look it up. So it's got on it in it copaiba, bergamot, clove. Oh, that's what I can smell. Peppermint, changmao. Oh, there you go. Chamomile or matriciana, and ginger. So it's a bit different. So it doesn't have wintergreen in it. So I think what I was smelling was actually clove. How funny that I got that mixed up. Yeah, clove. Wow, clove is potent, hey? It's such a good aroma. I'm getting used to it already. Like it's new, so it's kind of got a few different essential oil aroma notes going on that are from different oils that I'm picking up on that is like different, which is kind of weird to get started with because you kind of like, what is this? It smells like something else I know, but actually once you start like really inhaling it and getting a good like, you know, palate up for it, it actually is its own beautiful, unique aroma, which I love. Actually, I really like this oil. At first, I was kind of iffy. I'm like, this smells like something else I already know, and I'm not quite sure if I like it because I may already have something like it already, but no, it's actually really cool. And especially after reading the ingredients out too, because now I'm like, oh yeah, it's super different to well, there used to be an oil called Deep Relief. I don't know if we've still got that. It was in a roller, and then Panaway, and then Aroma Seas. So there's a few different, and Wintergreen on its own, which is a single oil, not a blend. So yeah, and then as a result of buying that as an order, which was actually quite a high priced order because some of these oils are quite expensive. In fact, all of them are. Blue Relief, White Angelica, and Harmony were all quite expensive oils, blends. And so I was able then to have a high oil order enough to get a few freebies. So the freebies for the order that I made that Young Living gifted was a 5 ml peppermint. I thought it was actually meant to be a 15 ml, but I need to go back and double check that. And a really cool Thieves Waterless Hand Purifier, which I have actually run out of, and I give them away all the time because these are like so much more nicer ingredients than the harsh ingredients that you see out on those normal hand sanitizers. If you're an ingredients list checker, you'll be able to tell immediately that this is a way better option than all the other hand sanitizers that are out there that are really harsh. And really kind of like, you know, if you look into the details of ingredients, how non-beneficial some hand sanitizers are because they're highly synthetic, harmful chemicals. Whereas when you're using more natural, synergetic for the body oils, they're actually really beneficial. The main thing out of having hand sanitizer all the time that I find as being a problem out in the world in general and as a natural, you know, environmental factor for us and the environment is the alcohol factor. This is denatured alcohol, but it's also got water, aloe vera. It does have glycerin. It's got hydropropyl cellulose, but it has also all the thieves essential oils in it. So when you look at all of the essential oils and also then the ingredients that have to make that waterless hand sanitizer happen, to take it like that flash that you need so it doesn't stay around and get all sticky like a moisturizer type scenario, even though most people are probably dehydrated these days, and anyone that's using moisturizer is probably going to suck into the body quite quickly because the body's just really wanting that nourishment and that hydration. The most ingredients that are out there are actually really harmful and toxic ingredients that are actually not beneficial as even something that is supposed to be protective. So check your ingredients is the main highlight I'm making here with regards to hand sanitizers. In fact, everything. You know, I've spent a lot of years checking ingredients, and you know, there's so many synthetic harmful chemicals out there in ingredients lists. It's definitely worth your while just turning the label around and having a read and checking it for yourself. It's mainly empowering for you to know for yourself. And you know, when you realize what's actually the job of what the ingredient is that's inside the product, you'll probably go, well, wow, like, you know, it seems like it may actually just be a filler and people are just trying to make money from me buying this product rather than actually giving me something that's beneficial for me. So, you know, that's something that's key. I don't know if I've shared that in that like well articulated. I feel like I've just communicated that really well. So like I really hope that you know, I've probably shared this kind of stuff on some level before, but I hope that that what came across really kind of easy to understand. So yeah, so that's my order for this month. I'm super stoked to have these oils back in my collection and the brand new Blue Relief oil, and top up on the hand sanitizer, because there are times that it's really good to have your own hand sanitizer still. You know, I've never really been a big fan of hand sanitizer in general, but like, you know, I can see the benefit of it in some regards. So let me go to Harmony Essential Oil Blend and give you a bit of information on that so you know. So let me just read the ingredients for you first so you can have a bit of an idea of what ingredients is in this blend. So Harmony has sandalwood, it has lavender, it has Ylang Ylang, frankincense, orange. It also has Angelica, geranium. Wow, I love that it's got Angelica and geranium in it. I love Angelica and geranium. Hyssop is one of my favorite oils. I probably haven't shared that so much. Spanish sage, black spruce, coriander, bergamot, lemon, jasmine, Roman chamomile, Palma rosa, and rose essential oil, which is why this oil it will be so expensive, because it has rose and Roman chamomile and jasmine, all very expensive oils. Even probably Angelica and frankincense as well, and sandalwood also. So there's so many beneficial oils packed into Harmony that are actually high-end oils, which is why it is a little bit more expensive. So I'm just going to read a little bit about it from my resource here. In this resource, it says this blend promotes emotional healing by creating a harmonic balance for the energy centers of the body. It brings us into harmony with all things, people, and cycles of life. It is beneficial in reducing stress, amplifying well-being, and dissipating feelings of discord. It is also uplifting and elevating to the mind, creating a positive attitude. Look, honestly, it's such a beautiful oil. Like, when you see what's inside the oil, like when you think about sandalwood, frankincense, rose, even hyssop, jasmine, they're all very high vibration oils. So they've been known through antiquity to be used in a lot of spiritual rituals, which usually speaking, a lot of people who are in, like, you know, for example, even back in the day, the priests had access to the high-end things like oils that they would use in their ceremonies and rituals for their spiritual practices, and were highly regarded because of their frequencies. So, you know, it doesn't take much to kind of have that awareness if you don't already. You can look up the benefits of sandalwood, you can look up the benefits of frankincense. There's actually quite a lot of studies out there on these types of essential oils for the wellness for the body as well. So when you're applying these oils or putting them in your diffuser and putting them into the air to breathe, they're actually really quite a beautiful thing to be able to create that atmosphere, that environment for yourself to be in that space, whether it brings you to presence, whether it brings you to surrender, whether it brings you wisdom, whether it brings you peace of mind, deep relaxation for your body. These are the things that I feel like a lot of people are looking for themselves these days, and connection is another big one as well. So, I mean, I'm just pointing out a few things here. Lavender is well known for deep relaxation. Ylang Ylang is a balancing oil. Orange is one that's like very good to uplift the mind, the spirit. Angelica. Okay, so it's interesting Angelica's in here on harmony, but I think what it is mostly about is releasing. And Angelica is a release oil. So let me just go to Angelica on its own as an actual single oil, which Young Living does also have Angelica as a single oil. Angelica. Oh, wow. It says historical data known as the Holy Spirit root or the oil of angels by Europeans. Angelica's Angelica's releasing, letting go of out of the body is actually really believed to be of divine origin. And I'm reframing this out of the book so that it's good for socials. Yeah, the stems are chewed back in like 1660. When the seeds and roots were burned, they were thought to purify the air. So yeah, there's so many beautiful things. Yeah, it's just it's good. Like the fragrance, the influence of the fragrance assists in releasing up of pent up feelings and releases any kind of negative emotions. So look, honestly, I actually don't know much about the plant itself to be able to get to the understanding of how they come to this information. So usually, like, there are studies done on things like frankincense and sandalwood and rose and even lemongrass, like basic oils, lavender, those kind of things have got studies around them. I don't really know if Angelica has any studies around it, but generally speaking, because they are plants, and plants can be very, beneficial to us. It's actually, and obviously different plants have different kinds of pathways to go to where it needs to go to be able to be of benefit, right? So there's obviously a reason why this has been probably something from experience, and a lot of people have probably seen it over and over. Generally speaking, like even when you look at studies, a lot of these things that have had studies around them are experiential. They are people actually doing some kind of, like, for example, clinical trial. And when that happens, people actually are being put through an experience. So all of these things that we have got awareness around of their benefits is because of experience. So, you know, back in the day, they may not have had like, you know, a whole bunch of scientists like sitting in a room to make like decisions on this is good for that, you know, but you know, they probably would have just known in the community that this is actually been so beneficial for that, and so now they use it more, and then they realize, oh yeah, this is doing the same thing over and over again. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like a common denominator, a common factor that actually is something that people are just like, yeah, this works. And that's how simple it needs to be, really, doesn't it? So yeah. So Angelica is within harmony. I love that. And in fact, wasn't Angelica also in Blue Relief? This is a new oil, so it won't be in any of my resources. But let me just double check this again. No, it's got Matriciana, not Angelica. So Copaiba, bergamot, clove, peppermint, Changmao, Matriciana, which is chamomile, ginger. Ginger's so good. I love ginger too. And also Chang Mao. I think that may have been that other aroma that I really like. Yeah, it is. It's the Chang Mao. That's what it is. Okay. And I may be saying that wrong, but I'm pretty sure something like that. Let me see if I can look up that just quickly to move on to that next as an oil. Chang Mao is spelt with an X. I'm guessing that's how you say it because I can't imagine it being said any other way. Here it is, Chang Mao. It could be Yang Mao. It's Xiang Mao, but I'm just guessing. The origin of the plant is in Taiwan, and it's very very like a lemongrass. So yeah, so it is sometimes called red lemongrass. Let me just see what else. Close cousin. This is like very purifying, basically. It's very like it's just like one of those oils that cuts through stink. So if you got a stinky sports bag or something like that, and even just keeping Blue Relief in that will probably help. Because it'll probably just be like clearing out that energy. So let me just move on to White Angelica now and talk about that quickly so you can know what it has in it and also what its benefits are. Most of these oils are actually more emotional, spiritual oils. So let me just read to you what's inside. So the first ingredient is a sweet almond oil. The next one is bergamot. And then the next one after that is myrrh, and then geranium, and then sandalwood. And then Ylang Ylang and coriander and black spruce and melissa and hyssop and rose. So again, melissa is quite an expensive oil. It's probably up there with rose. And so is obviously the myrrh and sandalwood. Melissa, hyssop and rose. Yeah, all very expensive oils. So this is why, I mean, this is only a 5 ml compared to Harmony, which is a 15 ml as well. So, you know, there's obviously even more. And I'm guessing that they've put in usually the blends and the oils with Young Living, there's not many of them that have a carrier oil. Most of them don't. Most of them are 100% pure oils, but some of them do. And I'm guessing that is literally because of the cost of the oils. So let me tell you a bit about White Angelica. White Angelica talks about aura. Talks about a renewed sense of strength and protection. It's about creating a feeling of wholeness in the realm of one's own spirituality. Yeah, it just gives a feeling of security. So, I mean, when you think about it, myrrh is an anointing oil. So I guess even just feeling of anointing, if you just had to like close your eyes and just feel like you're being anointed right now, how does that make you feel? probably makes you feel like you're being protected, right? It gives you a sense of security. Bergamot is a part of the citrus family, so it's uplifting and stimulating. Sandalwood is very much an emotional center. It's very much, obviously, if you guys are aware of the background of ancient Eastern kind of practices like yoga, which is not just the physical movement, but also the chanting and the mantras and the sound healing, transcendental sounds. And, you know, there's so many beautiful things about what yoga is, and it's not just about body movement. And so yeah, so generally speaking, it's also something that's also part of stimulating the mind. So sandalwood is used for spiritual emotions as well, used in yoga and meditation. And meditation is a form of yoga also. So, I mean, they're not really separate, they're the same. I think it's just the Western world that separated them, and it's only because, you know, I've probably listened to a lot of people speak on this that I've gotten that awareness. Otherwise, I probably would have thought they were separate too. Geranium. Geranium is such a beautiful aroma. If you're a floral person. If you're not a floral person, it's not a beautiful aroma. But I absolutely love geranium. Geranium is a go-to, and if you don't know much about geranium, it's very much a women's wellness. It's also actually really beneficial for men's wellness as well, especially well, any kind of anyone that's probably feeling quite on the impacted by any kind of negative emotions. Geranium is really good for clearing those kind of, you know, yeah, those negative emotions. Ylang Ylang is balancing. Spruce. Did I say spruce? I don't remember saying spruce. In my book, it says the white Angelica has spruce. Yeah, I think I did say black spruce. It's more of a grounding oil. You can imagine a big spruce tree. Ooh, like, yes, I'm stable. I'm strong. That's the sense of strength, you know. Coriander. I mean, what do you use coriander for? What do you think coriander is good for? I'd love to hear. If you know that, pop it in the comments. I would love to hear what your thoughts on coriander is. Hyssop. I just love hyssop. It's such a beautiful, it actually does feel ancient. Just as much as frankincense and sandalwood. It feels like it's a holy oil. And it's really beautiful for balancing the emotions. Also, very emotional oils. Melissa it says brings out gentleness and is calming and balancing to the emotions. And again, working with the mid center of the mind. There's so many good things in this oil. Rose. Rose is known to be one of the most highest frequency oils. But then I have also heard blue cypress also being quite high in vibration and high frequency. So very interesting there. But rose, if you don't know, is like one of those very expensive oils where, you know, the petals are ridiculous cost per kilo. So you could imagine how much it does cost to make rose. And because of that, and like if you've ever smelt an aroma of a beautiful rose, not a synthetically non-really aroma, like a very organic rose, not a more, you know, farmed synthetic chemically type rose, but like a really beautiful true scent of a rose. It is very heart-opening aroma. And Angelica, yeah, so Angelica is in this and in harmony as well. How cool is that they both got Angelica? And I think I spoke about Angelica about being good for releasing negative feelings as well. So yeah. So that's a bit about my monthly order this month. I've gone more into the spiritual oils. I'm loving that because there has been something circulating in our Young Living community about using a few different oils as a morning kind of practice. I love the practice of gratitude in the morning, and I'm just really, I am really grateful for these beautiful oils and also the community and the support and also the beautiful team. I know they're out there doing their thing now. Really don't have much to do with many of the team anymore because they're out there doing their own thing. So it's really cool. So I'm looking to grow. So if you're keen, and I've got lots of time that I can give now to other people because most of the team is just out there doing their thing now. So yeah, big ups to that. And if there's anything you would like to learn or know, let me know. Drop me a message and I'll make sure I get a video and upload that to YouTube for you and share it on the page. And if there's anything else, if you have any actual questions that are for you, not for in general, then I'll see what I can do to support you through with the knowledge that I have. And if I need to resource other knowledge for you, I'm happy to do that. Also, it also grows me, it expands my mind. I actually don't mind doing that kind of research for other people also, because it actually does, like I said, it's I mean, I guess it's just part of that being of service to people. This business in Young Living is actually of being of service. It's you don't make any decisions for anyone at the end of the day. You actually just are sharing information. And what's life about, really, right? So, I'm here for that. All right, I'm gonna head off now and I'm gonna probably do some really cool stuff with this and I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go and have a play with my oils. I've got a whole bunch on my desk here. You'll probably see my shelf at the back there's probably got a whole lot missing because I've got a whole bunch on my desk here. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go and put my mouthwash into my bathroom. And actually, I've got something that I might just put it in my stock until I need to get a new one. And yeah, replace my hand sanitizer as well. So yay. Thanks for listening, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world, and have a great week. And I will talk to you again either next month or whenever, because I'm very sporadic here on this page, and I generally only do videos when I feel divinely inspired to do so. So you just have to kind of keep your eyes peeled. I'll talk to you then. Bye for now.